How are you guys doing? So for those of you on my story that saw that I posted earlier today, I was going to be on a live interview with Cara. Yeah, I was going to be on online with Cara from the United States, live interview. So I'm here now. So I'm waiting for her to join us, and then the interview can start. So if you want to be part of the interview, please stay online, because it's going to be a very interesting one. All right, so if you really want to get to find out things about me, you would. So let me see if she's online now, so we can probably just start the interview, because I really have a very busy day ahead. One second. Can't find her yet. Hold on, guys. Okay, I don't think she's here yet. So, Cara, if you're here, can you comment so I can see you and you send me a request to invite you on the live? So it was a beautiful weekend, and my little story of this weekend. One second. My little story of this weekend, I went out on for a friend's party, birthday party. I promised myself I wasn't going to hang out too much this period, so I went out for a friend's birthday party, and it was nice. I had some shisha and I had some tequila, because we were playing some game called Lemon Lemon. I don't know if you know about it. A very interesting game. So we're playing this game, and then I had my shisha and my... Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hello, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? You can hear me, right? Okay, so I had my shisha and I had... So Clara, I see you now. Send me a request. Yeah, so I can... You dig? All right, so I got back to my house, and that night I felt like I was going to... I don't use bad words, but I felt really bad. I felt like the worst was going to happen, actually, because I had this very unusual headache. And I now decided I should probably stay out a bit and play some game in my parlor, my living room, and then go to sleep. So I did sleep. I woke up in the morning and I was on that couch for about almost 48 hours, actually. But then I realized I have this malaria strip kit in my house. So I ran some malaria test and I was not having malaria negative. Then I just said, you know what, let me check my blood pressure. Charlie, my blood pressure was very high. Very, very high. And that thing is very deadly. So you guys, man, try and buy that, what do you call it now? Whatever it is, and check your pressure every now and then, because, it's very important. Very, very important. So I see Clara now. Let me see if she's there. Okay, I see her. This should be an interesting interview, guys. So Clara, waiting for you to come online.
Good morning.
Hey Clara, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Very good. It's actually noon here in Nigeria.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for the correction. You guys are
So
7 hours ahead, right?
so it's morning in your time zone. You're 7 hours
Yes, sir.
you're 7 hours behind.
Yes, yes. So how are you feeling today?
Very good. Better than yesterday.
That's good. I'm happy to hear that one.
Yeah.
Well, I really thank you, Mr. I.K. Mitchell Ogbonna, for accepting my invitation request to
Okay.
interview with me. We are on Unfiltered with Cara Jones, Unlimited LLC, broadcasting via your Instagram story all the way in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
And we are excited. I have been posting about this for over a month. I look forward to sharing it on all of my social media outlets and streams, all of the different podcasts, Spotify, my YouTube channel, Cara Jones Unlimited. So let's get going. You ready?
Ready? Ready? Let's go. I'm
Okay,
very ready.
okay.
Yeah.
You know I'm always hyped, so tell me if I need to tone down a little bit or not.
It's okay.
Okay. All right. So I just, I just learned about you. You know, I am a big IK Ogbonna fan now, but I recently learned about you.
In
And
the
when I
weirdest
did,
way.
sir,
In the weirdest way, right?
oh yeah, we're not going there today. Don't you go there. I'm not going to
Okay.
let you do that to me today.
Okay.
That's for another occasion. How about that?
Fine.
Okay,
Fabulous.
cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. So, as I was stating, when I learned about you, I was just like, oh my God, this gentleman is just really doing it up. You have done so much, and so for the people here in the USA and around the globe, because you have followers everywhere, and I have a few here and there. Why don't you share with us, sir, how your career started? Because you've just done so much, but a lot of people here have been asking me, so has he always been an actor? How did you start out?
My story is very long, but I'll try to make it very short. Actually, the journey started for me from my mother's womb. I've always been an active person. I've always been that guy that stands out of the crowd. And I remember back in over here in Nigeria, we have primary school and secondary school.
Mm-hmm.
So back in school, I used to be part of the art class where we had like stage performance. And every time I performed on stage, I was always outstanding. But I was more into fine arts then, so I used to do a lot of drawings and paintings.
Okay.
I remember back then when I was about 10 years old, I won a national competition for Milo, as the best artist. So I actually thought I was going to be an artist, but a part of me wanted something bigger than just being an artist because over here in Nigeria, it's not really celebrated that much. I mean, we have wonderful talents, we have beautiful artworks and artifacts, but it's not really appreciated as it should be.
Okay.
So I went through school. After school, I came to Lagos for a reality TV show called Amsterdam Ultra Box Office. I was a housemate. The show was channeled in grooming us to become movie stars or entertainers in any right. You know, when I left the house, it was like a TV show, a reality TV show. When I left the house, I thought that was going to be an official visa to the industry. I thought I was going to have my
Mm-hmm.
breakthrough at that instance, as soon as I leave the house. But I came out and then I faced the real hustle of life. No one was willing to pick me into a movie just because I was in the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted me to go through auditions, and I was ready to go through the auditions, but it was really, really tough. Like no one was willing to even consider giving me a movie role, except one
Really?
person. His name was Elvis Chooks. His name is Elvis
Mm-hmm.
Chooks. Yeah. He believed so much in me, and this was far back as 2006, 2007. You know, so whenever he had this little series, he would call me and give me a little role to play in it. My acting was ridiculous then. Actually, I didn't even know what I was doing. Yeah, my acting was terrible. I had no idea what I was doing. I just knew I enjoyed doing what I was doing. I remember back then, uh, I now focused more on modeling. I was a model for the longest time, and also a TV host. So I hosted two different shows on TV. One of them was Amstel Mortal Legends, and the other one
Okay.
was Music and Vibes. Yeah, it was all for the same person, Elvis Chooks. So he's like my founding father in the industry.
Okay.
So at some point, I really got tired of the whole, because it wasn't really paying that much. Modeling wasn't paying that much, and I'm a very ambitious person. I wanted more for myself. So I decided to start other hustles like selling of properties. So also I started doing club business. So I go to the nightclub for a club called Movida for late Akim,
Okay.
so rest in peace.
Okay.
We're not we're more like partners with him. So because of we knew so many people, especially girls, he would call us and give us, yeah, my friends and I, Chiso and Stunner, we knew a lot of girls. All the fine
Yeah.
girls in town were our friends, yeah. So he would call us
The
and give
fine
us,
ones.
yeah, the pretty ones, yeah. So he would call us and give us the Thursday nights and tell us to host the Thursday nights and get a percentage of it. So that was how I really started making money because some nights we make as much as in your currency, sometimes we make as much as $10,000. And when we get our percentage of it, it's about $2,000,
Okay.
and for young boys then it was a lot,
What?
yeah, it was a lot
Oh yeah.
for young boys then. So that was when I started really seeing money, and I with money it comes a little bit of stability, and you begin to understand yourself better, right?
Right.
So I was working in this club when a lady walked up to me. Her name was Ruki Sanda, and I remember her first word was "fine boy." Yeah, she said, "Fine boy." Ah, who is
Fine
this fine boy?
boy.
You know, and in my head I'm thinking, is this actress trying to toast me? Toasting is like how do I explain it?
Flirt?
Trying to,
Is it like
yeah, flirt
flirting?
with me. Yeah, she was like, "Fine
Okay.
boy." Ah, oh my God, you're so fine. And I was laughing.
True.
And then she was like, you must be in my movie. I thought it was a joke. I didn't take it serious,
Ah,
So she followed up on it, called me a few more times, and then told me to come on set. She gave me a lead role in a big movie that had stars. I'm talking about the Van
wow.
Vickers, Kate Henshaw. Um, there are a lot of stars in that movie. I
Okay.
got on set, and when I got on set, I had cold feet, so I looked for a very cheap light to escape. So I remember telling her some lie about signing a contract to another company, and that won't allow me to act. So that was my escape. She was very offended because I mean she's put in so much time and effort into preparing for a production, and then this guy she's trying to help just comes on set and is trying to spoil everything for her. So I left. You know, yeah, the cold feet made me leave. But then she followed up and she called me again and told me she had this movie she was doing next. It was called Love Learn, and
Yes.
she was not going to take no for an answer. I must be in that movie. So I took it, I took it as a sign. I thought to myself, if I was going to go into this way, if I was going to follow this direction, I would have to take it all the way to the very top.
Yes.
You know. So I had this friend then, Derele. He's still my very good friend and brother, Derele Edun. Shout out to him. I remember I called him and I spoke with him about joining the industry, and he advised me to just go in. He told me that he was going to be on sets every now and then to hype me and give me morale. I can do it. So I didn't know what I was really doing. I just knew that I had to look pretty. Yeah, I
Well,
just
that's
knew
no
that.
hard.
Yeah, I just knew that I had to look pretty. I knew I had to try and dress very well. So
Yeah.
I was having more concerns with how I would look for a scene than how I was going to deliver the scene. So the
Okay.
next scene is coming, and I'm thinking of what I'm going to wear. I'm not thinking of how I'm going to deliver the character. I really thought my acting was a bit shitty. Sorry for the French. Thought my acting was a bit shitty
Okay.
in the movie, but a lot of people liked it. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know. A lot of people fell in love with my character in the movie. They fell, especially ladies. A lot of ladies loved it. My Facebook then was going off the hook. My Instagram with my little followers was increasing. And
Okay.
I thought to myself, with just this one project I've done, all these things are just coming like this. I walk into somewhere and people already say, "Oh, you're the guy in Love Lawn." Oh my God, you know. So I like the feeling, but I'm not someone that knows how to beg for things. No matter how desperate or hungry I am, I can't beg for anything.
Hmm.
It's always been a thing with me since I was a kid. So I remember I at that point after this movie, she called me. She gave me my first 4 or 5 movies, back to back, because she was producing a lot that period. So she was always calling me for virtually every production she was doing. So she was always calling me, giving me the lead role or sub lead role. And Elvis Chooks, the guy that I worked with back then, when he
Hmm.
saw that I was now back into the whole acting gig, he was a very nice person. He called me and gave me a few major roles with A-list artists. I remember we flew to
Wow.
Ghana. We flew to Ghana for a movie, and one of the actresses in the movie then was trying to play me down. Like she cannot act with this nobody. And he stood for me. Yeah, he stood for me and told her that that he casted me for a reason, and I was going to
Right.
play that role.
Right.
And I found it very comfortable to talk to him about a lot of things.
Really.
So I would talk to him, and he would tell me that he believes so much in me, and I should just keep working. But then there was a blog site in Nigeria. There were two blog sites that were doing very well then. Linda Ikeji was one of them. The other was
Hmm.
Bella Ninja.
Hmm.
And when they post materials that has to do with me, the comments were ridiculous. Oh, he cannot act to save his life. He's a terrible actor. He's
Wow.
So I go back to watch those movies, and I did see that they were making a point. So I didn't take the criticism in a bad way.
Okay.
I think if not for anything, those critics really helped me to improve my talents.
Good.
So I remember I flew to America in 2013 for the first time,
Okay.
and I spent most of my time because that was the first time I had free Wi-Fi. So yeah, so I spent most of my time researching on YouTube acting
Okay.
classes. I watched a lot
Good.
of acting classes. Yes, I watched a lot of them. I can
Very
say I
smart.
watched over 100 videos on acting classes, and I was practicing most of the time with my mirror. So I
Well,
came
one
back,
thing about it, the
and
mirror doesn't lie.
the first movie I did with Joker Silver, it was an Elvis Chooks movie. The first movie I did was with Joker Silver. It was a very nice movie. I forgot the name of the movie, but that
Okay.
gave me my first nomination in the biggest
Okay.
um, award platform in Africa, the AMVCAs.
Okay.
Under the best actor category. So when I got the nomination, that was a boost for me. It gave me. I didn't. I always wanted to fall into a category, even if I didn't win. So I think that motivated me and encouraged me a lot. And my acting game just changed. And then people stopped calling me the bad actor and started calling me the good actor.
Good
I started
actor.
winning awards here and there, and constantly I'm not satisfied with myself. I constantly always try to improve myself. I watch my
Right.
movies because not to entertain myself, but I go back to watch some of my movies to correct myself, so I'm not satisfied. I still feel that need and that urge and that urgency to be a better actor, to be the best, to go all the way. I have role models, the likes of Denzel Washington, the likes of Leonardo DiCaprio, the likes of what's this guy, Liam Neeson. I watch
What
these
about
people. Yeah,
what about Idris Elba? What do you think of him?
he's a fantastic actor. He's fantastic. I mean, I do research him too, but I'll put him on the fourth when it comes to my ranking with all these names I call. He's a fantastic actor. I have so much love and respect for him.
Well,
Hope to
you
work
know
with him
what?
someday.
Um, Someone here in the U.S., I'm in the southern states now. I'm from California, but I'm in the southern states. And
Okay.
someone said to me, this man has done hundreds of movies. He is like won multiple awards in so many different categories, right? They're like,
hmm
why hasn't he come to America yet? He needs to be on the American screen. What do you think about that?
I can tell you one thing for certain. I'm a prophet with my tongue. I'm going to be in a Tyler Perry movie next year.
Yes, yes, I
I
believe
can
it.
tell you that one for sure. I can bet you I'm going to be in a Tyler Perry movie next year. And
Claim it.
when it happens, we're going to be in an interview like this, and we're going to talk about how I told you in this interview I was going to be in a Tyler Perry movie next year.
Ah, don't make me fall out and have a heart attack. Because you know
So,
what? I believe it, IK. I
mhm,
believe it. Your talent is just so amazing. I really believe that God predestined you in your mother's womb to share this gift that you have with the globe. You know, and you're just doing so great. God has allowed so much for you. But
yep.
I think you just tipped the iceberg. I think that all of these things that you've done so far,
Hmm.
they're just preparing you for the greater.
Yeah, I believe in it too. And I mean, I'm someone that believes in progress is my watchword. Like I must see myself taking a step further every single year. I cannot be in the same level or doing the same thing every time. I mean, I've done virtually everything. I've played almost all kind of roles. I've
Okay.
played virtually, I can't say everything, but I've played almost all kind of roles. And I don't think there's a role that can be given to me that I won't pull out. With all
You know,
humility, but I think I will push myself to the level where I feel that I can take on any role at all given to me, you know. And I mean, I've produced movies. Our market is an amazing market. It's booming. It's getting better, but we can do
uh-huh.
better, you know. And it's our market is not really encouraging to a lot of film producers, you know, except you're really doing a cinema movie. But at the same time, a lot of people are still pushing with the little that comes in and with the little budgets. I mean, some people here produce movies as low as $10,000 a full movie.
Okay.
Yeah, but those are movies that go to online platforms and TV. You know, a lot of people, some people produce movies with hundreds of thousands of dollars. You
Hmm.
know, but the American budget for a movie runs into millions of dollars.
Millions.
Yeah, so you can imagine what we are going to do with the movies that you see we produce here with that little budget. You can imagine what we're going to do or what we can do if we're given that kind of budget. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. You know,
Yes.
so I'm working on producing um, a movie that is Hollywood standard here in Nigeria. That's what I'm working on right now, trying to produce my own next movie. Should be able to compete with any movie, not the sci-fi movies, for any movie that you see in America that's an origin that's a future movie. You know, I should be able to compete with any movie with my own production. I mean, it was done in India, the
Yes.
movie that Slumdog Millionaire, and it won the
Yes.
Grammys, right? I
Yes.
mean, that was a local production that went that far. We've put up amazing stories. We're telling our stories in different ways, but there's more to be done, you know.
Well, it starts with a vision,
Hmm.
and you do have a vision,
And you have to
and
walk to the vision.
well, the Bible says write the vision and make it plain. So, you write it down, you document it, you get your steps, you get a plan together, right? And
Hmm.
you work it. You work the plan. You've been working the plan. So, I believe it's going to happen. Car
Hmm.
Jones Unlimited is an IK fan, an IK believer. And whatever we can do on this side, we're going to do that to help you. I have to laugh for a minute because, I've watched so many of your movies. I
Yeah.
tell you that. And your talent is always amazing. But there's a couple of them that stand out for everybody. I know that Disguise movie, the movie which Belinda, when you
Yeah. Okay.
transformed,
This
you
guys.
and
Yeah.
Nancy official.
That was this guys.
Yes, yes, Disguise. Okay. Oh my God, that Belinda character, she was amazing. That right there was a Grammy. That should have got a Grammy nomination. Okay. So, but it says, what all I'm saying is that the level of your talent, your ability to playing all these various roles
Yeah.
makes you a very diverse actor. Are you standing up, Mr. 6'2"? I think you are.
Yep.
Oh, you're walking. So since you're going to just show us your stature and how tall you are, the ladies, as you say, the fine ladies are always talking about Poppy with the light screen, the ice cream skin, the lovely tattoos, and the curved nose. Where'd that come from? What's up with that? Do you
Which one?
accept that?
What's that? The tattoos or what?
All of it.
Sorry, 1 second. I need to get my phone charged.
Okay.
Bella, get my charger for me upstairs, yeah? All right.
So how did all those tattoos come about?
I've always loved art, art in any form.
Okay.
I've always been a lover of art in any form. So for me, the tattoos is a way of expression of what I
Yes.
truly love, which is art. And all my tattoos mean something. I don't just draw stuff. So, the Greek methodology, the Zeus, I have the Zeus here.
Oh, okay. That's Zeus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
Greek
read. It's not.
mythology.
It's not like I believe in it that much,
Okay.
but I love the story behind it.
Yes.
Then I have the face of Jesus Christ. Even if I don't believe that's the true face of Jesus Christ, because I don't think anyone really knows how Jesus Christ looks like.
Right.
So the pictures that we see out there is probably a representation. I think Jesus Christ looks like me, if you ask me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we look like twins. Thank you.
You think Jesus Christ looks like you?
Yeah, I think Jesus Christ and I look very much alike. Like we can pass for twins. So
You see me going back, right? I'm like, what?
so when I see people represent Jesus Christ and how they really want to represent him, when
Yeah.
you go on Google and search for the true image of Jesus Christ, you see something else.
Right.
And people have their own people back their stories with different things. People say Jesus Christ was black, he was white. So at the end of the day, I believe I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe there's Jesus Christ somewhere. I
Yes.
believe in the story of Jesus Christ because I feel it. I don't just believe because I was told. I believe because I feel it.
What do you
Right?
feel?
I feel the presence of Christ in me. You just like when you say you love someone, you're not saying you love someone because you are told to love the person. You can say you love someone because you feel it. It's a
Yeah.
feeling. And if you're not in love with someone, no matter how much people try to force you on that person, no matter how much you are pushed to love to a person, you would never feel it. I don't know if you have any sports you support. Like I'm a soccer fan and I love Chelsea Football Club. I was once
Right.
an Arsenal fan. These clubs are in the Premier League, English Premier League. I was once an Arsenal fan, but I switched to a Chelsea fan without anyone telling me. Like it just happened like this. And from the second I joined the club, I could feel the presence of the club in me.
Okay.
So it's just that kind of thing. Yeah.
I like
So that's
that.
for the tattoo. My skin color, I got it from my mama. My mom is
Okay.
very light skinned. My dad is dark, but my mom is very light skinned. She has an amazing skin. So I think I took that from her and I passed it over to my children. My daughter,
Mm-hmm.
she's 8 years old, and my son, 4 years old.
I see. Yes.
Yeah, so I
Michaela.
passed it over to them, and hey, hopefully I'll have more kids in the future, maybe two more, and I'm done.
Really?
hmm
You want to have more children, Mr. Ogbonna?
I mean, I make beautiful kids, so why
You
not?
think? Well, I'm seeing both of your darling babies, and they are
Mm,
gorgeous. But I'm
yeah.
really shocked to hear you say that you might have some more children.
No, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing watching kids grow, looking at kids that have a little bit of you in them. I mean, my son was in Europe for the longest time. He just got back, and even without spending as much time with me while growing up, I can see a lot of me in him. the way he stands, the way he poses, his mannerisms, a lot of things he does is just me,
Yes.
and some there are ways he responds to things that reminds me of myself when I was a kid, and it's just amazing watching these
Amazing.
things, So it's a beautiful thing, bringing life into the world, people that in one way or the other impacts this generation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to hear you say that, sir, because
hmm
you are a young man. You're what, 37? You just had a birthday, January what, 9?
Yeah, I was born January 11th.
11? So you
hmm
what, 37, are you?
I'm in my
People
30s.
want to know. People want to know. Inquiring minds want to know, okay?
I'm in my 30s.
Okay. Okay, we'll
Anything
leave that alone.
you can label me any age between 30 and 40.
Ah,
I'll take
okay.
it. If you call me 35, I'll take it. 36, I'll take it. 37,
Okay.
I'll take it. 38, I'll take it. 39, I'll take it. 40, I won't take it.
Why don't you want to be 40 yet? What's up with that?
I'm not 40 yet. I believe when I'm 40, I should have struck like a major milestone, a major one.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you though 40 is as you said a milestone and you have some goals that you would like to achieve by age 40 that you may not have yet obtained.
definitely.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just really happy. I know that you are a very busy man. Lord knows you are a very busy man, but you
hmm
have, continued to inspire so many people. Um, I think one thing, IK, despite your talent for the big screen and the box
Yeah.
office, one thing that really impresses me about you is your ability to engage with your fan base. I
I don't think
marvel
I'm doing
at.
very well because I think I'm horrible.
No, my God. You do you I look at a lot of different profiles, right? You just here on IG. And
hmm
most celebrities of your status, oh my God, they don't comment and reach out, go do their stories and talk to their fans the way that you do. Look at you taking the time
Sorry,
right
one
now.
second. One second. What is it? Okay, just drop it there. Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Smile, smile, smile. But as I was saying, you spend so much time with your beloved fans. I think that's why they love you so much. Just in addition to your talents, your gifts,
Well, I try. It's not
you do.
easy, Charlie, because every time you come online, you're dealing with people that have different personalities. You know, some people come out there to insult you, some
Right,
people are there to celebrate you. There are all kind of people, that you find online. Even while we're having this chat, I'm seeing comments. There's some nice comments, there's some comments that are sarcastic. But at the end of the day, you just have to give what you have, which is love.
right,
And when you give love, you get love in return. That's my
exactly.
belief. Yeah.
I believe the same. There's always going to be the hater. There's always going to be the naysayer. There's always going to be all of that. But you know what? Over here, it's all positive vibes only. We
hmm
only accepting positive vibes. We only putting out positive vibes. So I just try to look over all that. In my younger days, I used to respond to it a little bit more.
hmm
But I just ignore it now. Just say whatever and keep it moving. Because when you have goals that you're trying to reach, that's what you have to focus on. And
True.
as we wrap up, I just want to ask you this question, and that is, I've read your bio, and I saw at one point in your 20s, I believe, you were homeless. You said in some of the worst parts of Nigeria, right? And
Yep.
so you rose above all of that. You said it was based on your goals, your faith, even more your faith. So, from you, sir, to the aspiring actor, not even to actors, just to young people and to middle aged people, whomever, people who may be somewhat discouraged with life, people who may be having a hard time, what would you say to them to encourage them?
Well, I believe that everyone has a story, and everyone should have a story. You know, so the fact that things are rough now doesn't mean that things would not get better. I look at life as a plant, you know, and when you put a seed in the ground, it would grow, you know, regardless of whether you water it or whatever, it's going to grow. You know, it's only going to grow in a better way if you use the right manure, the right soil, and you water it. It's going to grow into a beautiful, beautiful flower. But once you put a seed in the ground, it would grow regardless. You know, it might be undergrowth, it might grow well, but there'll be growth in some kind of way. It's not going to be the same seed that was put there, right?
Okay.
So that's how we are as human beings. We're given a free gift from God, which is growth. In
Right.
everything that we do, all you need to do is just start. You know, don't think about how it's going to happen. Don't concern yourself with all the pressure. You can have a plan. You can look towards how you want to put it out, but don't restrict yourself or don't hold yourself back. You know, a lot of people do not trust in their own ability or do not trust in themselves. You know, you're asking yourself, how can I get to Hollywood? You know, it's a question to ask yourself, yes, how? But you're now looking at it and saying, oh, there are limitations. So you're mentally creating limitations for yourself. You can
Right.
achieve anything you want to achieve. You can be anything you want to be. You're already given that gift of growth. The second you start, the second you make a move, that move would change to another move that would transcend to another move and another move that would lead you to where you're going. You know, and if it's not happening the way you expect it to happen, it does not mean that you should give up.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we just seek the wrong goals. You
Mm-hmm.
know, not everyone was born to be an actor. Not everyone was born to be a musician. Not everyone
Mm-hmm.
was born to be a doctor. And the
Mm-hmm.
beauty of life is the variety. Variety is the
Right.
spice of life. The fact that we have lawyers out there when you need to settle issues, you have a doctor when you're sick, you have a policeman to protect you, you have a military man to defend the nation, you have
Mm-hmm.
you have an actor to entertain you, you have musicians, you have comedians. I mean, there are so many things that you can do, and there are so many things that could be your own thing. So find your
Right.
passion, find your true passion. Don't try to be like the next person. Don't try to be an
Mm-hmm.
actor because you feel, oh, I feel born as an actor. You know, I hear a lot of people look at me and say, I want to be like you. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's the wrongest thing to say. That's the wrongest thing to say because you cannot want to be like me. You don't know what I pass through every day. You don't know what I see every
Ooh.
day. Your
Ooh, that's
prayer,
good.
your prayer should be because if you're saying you want to be like me, you're passing a message to God. I want to be this guy. I want to have exactly what he has. So if I have constant relationship issues, you want to inherit that. If I have my broke days and I come on Instagram and I fake to be, I pretend to be living a good life, you want to have that.
Mm-hmm.
If I have, you know, a sickness that I hide from the public, do you want to have that? So don't
Mm-hmm.
pray to be like someone. You know, pray to God to be the best version of yourself. Pray to God to take you to the point where you want to be at, the point He has predestined you to be at. Tell Him that if I'm on the wrong lane, lead me to the right direction. The same thing happened to me when I started acting. When the whole acting thing started for me in 2005, I tried to pursue the acting business, but it wasn't happening
Mm-hmm.
at that time, and I left it. I focused on modeling. I focused on other things. I forgot about acting, but it came back to me. I was actually begged to act my first movie. I was pushed into it, and that was how the story of this Nollywood guy started. But if I was very desperate that time and I took on just about any role or did about anything to be an actor, it could have probably hindered my growth. Because look at it now, I'm 8 years in the industry, right?
Wow.
And in 8 years, I've achieved a lot. You know, in 8 years, I can say in all humility, I am I've taken. I don't use that word. I'm taken out of context. So let me just leave it. But in 8 years, I've achieved a lot for myself and for this
Right.
career that I started. You know, with God's grace. So it's always just find your passion. There are some doctors that are celebrity doctors. You know, right? There are celebrity doctors, there are celebrity lawyers, there are celebrity policemen,
Mm-hmm.
there are celebrity presidents. So I
Mm-hmm.
think every president is a celebrity. So
Let's
at the
not
end of
talk
the
about
day,
that now.
at the end of the day, you can be a celebrity in anything that you're doing. You can be a celebrity market woman as long as you're doing your work well, as long as you make people smile with your work, you can be a celebrity anything. So if you crave for the celebrity life so much, it mustn't come from just acting or music or being a comedian. Search for that thing that's in you, and when you follow that thing that's in you, that thing that you effortlessly do, that thing that you love doing, you can be a celebrity in that lane. I mean, I envy footballers a lot because their life is so beautiful. I used to play soccer for fun as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
just for fun. I used to sneak out of the house just to go play soccer. You know, I used to sneak out of the house to go play soccer. Like when we're done with school, I would lie to my parents that I'm having lessons back at school so I can play soccer. You know, and even till now, I mean, I've lost the motivation, but I mean, I still have friends that would leave work and they're so tired, but they can't wait to get to the football pitch to run out. So these people are making money off what they love doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love acting. When I'm on set, I'm not tired. It's for me, it's beautiful. It's magical watching this little IK turn bring a story to life. A
Yes.
story that you're telling me right now, I'm bringing it to life. I'm making it a reality, something that you can watch and actually feel.
Right.
For me, that's a beautiful thing. And I mean, I can go anywhere to film. I can go into the Sahara Desert to film. I can go into the ocean to film. So far, I'm sure that my security is guaranteed and I'm protected in some kind of way. I would go all the length. I would go anywhere to film. So
Well, you've done it. We've
yeah,
seen you in so many different sets, so many different cities, venues in your region. And again, you know, I just commend you and I want to thank you. Thank you for your gift. Thank you for your sacrifices. A lot of personal sacrifices of time that you make to give to the world, that take from you. That's a
thank you
very
too. I
selfless
mean,
thing.
what makes a superstar is are the people that appreciate him.
Hmm.
No matter how much your talent is, what makes you a superstar is the people that appreciate you.
Yes.
So if people do not appreciate what I do, I'm just going to be one guy out there.
Right. Right.
So the only way that I can be who I am is because I have people that appreciate me, people that genuinely do love me,
Hmm.
and people that do hate me. Because even hating someone is work.
That's
It takes a lot
right.
of work to hate someone.
Yep.
So I appreciate those people that hate me a lot. Because I mean you're taking your time to hate me. You're using that energy to hate me. So at the end of the day, I appreciate them too.
Hmm.
Mm.
Well, one thing about it, it shows that you have character. You have good
Mm.
character. And,
I'm just a positive minded person. I don't think of
yes.
negativity. I don't allow bad vibes, negative vibes, everything that people are. I know a lot of people but have very few friends, and anyone that's my friend, if you come close to them, you would see that we're all the same, positive vibes. We give
Yeah.
out positive vibes. We only have positive vibes. I don't like arguing with people. I don't like getting into arguments. I do what I know I have to do. So I'm not there thinking of a person, spoiling my day. I'm just focused on being happy, focused on being me, focused on making myself as happy as I can be. That's it.
I'm looking at this comment from Bashful Saint. You should come to Mozambique. You could be in my latest movie. Aha.
Well, contact me. and
Exactly,
then
right?
pay the money, bring the money.
It costs to get okay, baby. Oh, Chop Life
Yeah.
Gang, they're saying. Tell
Hmm.
before we close out,
Okay.
what is the Chop Life Gang? I know who they are.
Hmm.
Yobi Casual and Alex Kubu. How did it get started? How did that come about?
Okay, Chop Life Gang. Alex Okubo used to have this thing he does on his Instagram story where he celebrates food in a very dramatic way.
Hmm.
So when the food comes, he animates the food. He makes the food feel like a girl that he's trying to get into her pants. And the way he celebrates the food, and then at the end he says this chop life. So he was always about that. And people just, when you see Alex, you see me, you see Yomi.
Yomi, right?
Yeah, Yomi Casual. So we're always together. We've been friends for a good time now. But every event together, yada 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 yada. So um, at some point when people see us we together and they just say that chop life, chop life, chop life. So we didn't even think of it. It just came to being like that.
Chop,
You know.
chop, 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 chop.
So chop life is not really what people think it is. It's not about going to spend money in the club, buying expensive things. Chop life is preparing yourself for life. You understand? Preparing
Yeah.
yourself for life so that you can continue chopping life forever.
Oh,
Yeah, chop life.
no,
Chop
I
chop
didn't.
is like is not chop is not what you guys refer to as chop when you're cutting something off. Chop
Okay.
in Nigeria it refers to it's pidgin English. It means like to eat.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Educate me. Thank
yeah.
you.
So when you say I want chop or I want to chop this thing, I want to eat this thing,
Oh,
So when you say chop life is like eat life,
oh,
you
I
know,
love it. Oh, I love
yeah,
that.
like you're eating life, you're enjoying life. You
Enjoying
understand?
life.
So it's pidgin English. It's enjoying life, eating life. But for you to enjoy life, if you have a whole loaf of bread now and a fish and
Hmm.
juice to go with it, and you finish everything at one go, you you won't have food to eat tomorrow.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so you have to, as much as possible, do things that would help your tomorrow to be better than your today. We are ambassadors to Revolution Properties, land shop, and we encourage you to, as much as possible, buy lands, as much as possible, buy and invest in lands. Lands in Nigeria, I don't know about other parts of the world, but lands in Nigeria is a business that would never go wrong because it only appreciates. So
Same
if you
here.
have money today and
Mhm.
you don't know what to do with that money, you go and invest in a land. You buy a land. It is yours, It's your land. In few years to come, you can sell that land or you can build on that land, but it's yours. And it's good investment because it's only going to appreciate. And the funny thing
Absolutely.
with the way lands appreciate here in Nigeria is you can buy a land for 11 million naira today, and in 10 years' time, that land will sell for about 100 million naira.
Wow.
Yes, because of development is ongoing. So you come to this area now, it looks like a deserted area. You buy a land here
Okay.
for 10 million, a plot of land for
Hmm.
10 million, and then you come there in 10 years' time, there are roads, there's infrastructure, there's an airport close by, there's a refinery around, all those things adds to the value of the land. So that land could go for 100 million at that time, so it's very important to, as much as possible. I invest in land, I invest in gold. I don't spend money buying expensive clothes anymore.
Hmm.
I get lots of gifts when it comes to clothes, but my jewelries, I buy lots of gold because
Hmm.
gold is like land too.
Yep.
When you buy gold, if you're broke anywhere in the world, you take your gold and you
Gold and Sell it.
and you sell it. You know, you make your
Yep,
money quick.
that's right.
You know,
Teach the people. Teach
so
them.
when people look at you and say, "Oh, he has so much bling 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 going on," you know, I can wear a simple shirt. I can wear a simple black shirt, a simple white shirt, and the jeans and nice shoes, and have my gold, and I look rich. I look classy. I look, you know, I can still exhume that image. So I spend more money buying gold, you know, buying land, because these are things that I had a chat with someone one day. He said, if you save your money in American currency and America goes into war with North Korea tomorrow, God forbid, God forbid,
God
and
forbid.
America goes into
Woo.
war with North Korea tomorrow, and the economy is stagnant for 2 months, what happens to the currency? It goes down, right?
Down.
So
Way
it
down.
so you guys have one of the best currencies in the world right now. But if
Right.
anything goes wrong, that currency, if you're saving it and think that, oh, paper, I have this. But gold is something that has been there from the creation of time. It's yes, gold has been there. It's and it will always be there. Gold was actually used as a source of marketing back then. People used to sell things and buy things with gold and
Right.
cowries, you know, because these are things that can stay forever. I have gold on my body. If you come in 100 years' time, it's still going to be like this. You understand? So that's my idea to life. And as much as possible, I'd rather have no money in my bank account, maybe little money in my bank account, and have investments out there. You understand? I don't count my wealth based on what my bank account reads.
Very good.
You know, I count my wealth based on what I have, my investments. You understand? So my account is a storage facility that I use to amass my investments. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so as much as possible, if I see my account and the money is rising and rising and rising, I'm like, why are you rising? What are you doing rising there? I need to use it for something, you know? And instantly I'm thinking, what do I put this money into? Okay, hey, go there, you know, go and make money over there.
Go
And it's
make
making
money.
money and it's still rising. I'm like, okay, what, you know, at some point, I really want to start buying gold bars.
I was going to ask you about that. What about the
Yeah,
gold bars?
at some point, I heard that India makes the best gold, you know,
Yep.
they have the best gold in India. So that's my plan definitely for some time to go to India, get my gold bars, go to the bank and tell them keep my gold bars for
Keep
me.
my gold bars. There you go. That's it.
You
That's what's
understand?
up.
So I'm not going to
Yeah.
be putting money in the bank and the bank is going to use my money to make themselves richer. I'm
Right.
going to put my gold bars in
Right.
your bank. Yeah,
You can't do
keep my
anything
gold
with
bars for
it.
me.
Right.
You know, so that's just it at the end of
That's
the day.
awesome.
Yeah.
You know, on a recent post that I made based upon a video I watched of you a couple Sundays ago, you were talking
Hmm.
about relationships and so forth, and you were giving out advice. You said to the people that, don't just marry for love, marry for compatibility. And I
Hmm.
shared your words, but I have to joke with you. I called you the old wise one
Uh-huh.
because just like today, you impart a lot of wisdom um, to your followers and to those of us who listen. But it's not just mere words. This is sound advice that you're sharing, and it just goes to show the well-rounded man that you are. You're very well-rounded, and you're very grounded as well. So I just want to thank you. I'm not going to, take up too much more of your time today because I know you probably have 10,000 things to do.
I do, but I'm enjoying the
10,000.
interview at the same time, but I would also have to attend to a lot of things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I'm going to sign off with you for now. And I've truly been blessed um, by the time, that we've shared together on Instagram. Thank you for your kindness
Hmm.
and sacrifice of time for Unfiltered with Cara Jones Unlimited LLC. And we will post this accordingly to our various social media platforms. I look forward to working with you, sir.
Same here. Thank you, Cara. And you have a
My
nice
name
day.
is Chandra Purdue.
Yeah, but all right.
I
Thank you,
know.
Sandra.
Everybody
Yeah.
calls me Cara. Thank you, love. Have a blessed day.
You too. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye now.
All right, guys. So that was a nice interview. I really did enjoy it. Hope you did too. So I have to run errands on this phone, so that means you guys have to go. Thank you for staying with me. We will talk again soon. But I have to go now, and Chelsea's about to play. Oh my God, how do I do this? I'll find my way around it. All right, bye bye.